All right, guys. Street Fighter 6, y'all. I will say one thing about Street Fighter 6. How the fuck are they talking about this game comes out in 2023, which is more than half a year from now, okay? So like, yeah, it comes out 2023, right? And then the next day, everyone's playing it. Explain that to me. Explain to me how a game's supposed to come out in 8 months. And I'm like, oh shit, that's crazy. And then the next day, everyone has videos of it. I don't get that. I definitely don't get that part of it. Someone has to explain that to me. Yo, Kimki, what's going on? Stream has been good, but it's about to get better. It's about to get better. It's about to get better. Just kidding. It's about to get better. You definitely got in time just for Marvel Monday. Just a few results to go over. I'm sending out the tweet right now. Yeah, I just don't get that. Like, oh, the game's supposed to come out in a year from now. I can understand the game was coming out in 3 months, and some people got a hold of it. But how the fuck? How the fuck people it's come out? Like, I literally like, oh, those rumors are out. There's leaks about Street Fighter 5 or Street Fighter 6, and then the next day everyone has it. The next day everyone has it. I don't get that. All right, guys, I just tweeted out that we're getting started. If you guys see it. One thing I will say, just off of the get about the next Street Fighter. One thing I will say off of the get about the next Street Fighter is that it looks, at the very least, it looks more in depth than the last one. And that's enough for me. FGC is pretty much haters these days. Like, if it isn't, like, if you give them exactly what they love, they'll hate it for not being different. And if you give them something new, they'll hate it for not being what they're familiar with. Like, it's a catch-22 with this Twitter FGC, man. Bunch of fucking, I don't know, y'all don't even know what you want. Y'all really don't even know what you want. And then half the time is 50% of the fools who have opinions don't even play said franchise. You know how many people said MVCI sucks that never played Marvel in their life? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Half these fools. Let me get my webcam. Let me get my webcam going. I definitely want to do a little green screen action for y'all. Street Fighter 6, y'all. It does look cool. I was talking to Don. Oh, Don. MVCI has the best gameplay. I'll die on that hill. I'll die on that hill. I actually put like tweets and videos up about that. And some of the Marvel 3 players gave me a little bit of flack because they just want to hear Marvel 3's the GOAT and not want to recognize any of its flaws, such as X Factor being way too broken. You know what I mean? I could look at the game I play and not be like a fuckhead about it. I could admit its flaws, you know, but some of these scenes, man, some of these scenes, not so much. My favorite, though, is when Marvel 3 players say Marvel 3's best Marvel, and they're thinking about Infinite, and they're like, yeah, Marvel 3 is the best Marvel, failing to recognize that Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is the GOAT. Not even debatable. There'd be no FGC without Marvel 2. I said it and I'll say it again. Quote me on this, because it's truth. There wouldn't be an FGC without Marvel 2. It would still just be a bunch of dudes playing video games. Marvel 2 is what turned it from, like, conglomerated it. Marvel 2 was so hype and so big that it conglomerated fighting game players. Before Marvel 2, it was the dudes who went to the arcade. After Marvel 2, FGC. Fighting game community. Because they were talking on FNet servers, SRK forums back in the day, all over Marvel 2. From the time Marvel 2 came out, there was no term FGC. By the time Marvel 2 was done with its lifespan, before Marvel 3 came out, the term FGC existed. I mean, we can keep pointing it out. We can keep pointing it out. Like, it's the GOAT. Like, it's... Marvel 2 will never, can never get its full propers for what it has done for the FGC. And what it has done for the FGC essentially is create it. But no one will ever say that. No one will ever give it its real, actual, full propers. Like, hey, they tried to at Evo right before the... They tried to at Evo right before the pandemic hit. Remember they were going to do some kind of Marvel 2 thing? Wizard was going to do something. All right. I think I got everything loaded. The tweets are out. Retweet it if you follow me. If you don't follow me. Kim Key King Blus. Nagato Payne, a.k.a. The Raisins. Yo, Nagato, you're lucky. You and Mike are lucky. You guys are lucky. Hollow Knight is such a great game. Whenever I play a really great game, my Marvel game starts to slump. It's not an original OS, but it's a truthful one. If there wasn't ever a time where you think you could beat me in a 1st to 10 set, now is the time to challenge me. 1 is because I'll never say no. And 2 is that this might be the one chance you actually can beat me. It might be your only chance. Book it at the Battle Realm now. You may never get a crack at beating OG ever again. Dead ass, bro. Catch me while I'm down. Cause Shin OG ain't nothing to fuck with. Shin OG ain't nothing to fuck with. Shin OG ain't nothing to fuck with. I'm putting up the dub right now if you guys don't see. Shin OG ain't nothing to fuck with. Marvel Monday, baby. Shin OG ain't nothing to fuck with. Live from Suganda. We're gonna have a good one, y'all. Let's get this bad boy. Oh, let me get my splash screen going. Let me get my splash screen going. All right. Marvel Monday. I got the results are light, but that's all right. I only got about 5 tournaments. There really was. It was light. Jaco had a little light week. Don had a light week. But either way, let us go, primates. It's Marvel Monday, y'all. Yo, 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 what is going on? It is your boy OG, the original gamer War Destroyer. And we're back with another Marvel Monday. This one's going to be short and sweet, right? The results are light, and I just want to get into the discussion topic. We got the latest Marvel Infinite results to go over. What's going on, your mama in the house? King Blus, Kim Key. Yeah, we're talking about some Marvel 2, the GOAT Marvel earlier. Don't want to leave you guys high and dry. Yep. MVC2 greatest of all time. I think that we might have eventually got the FGC either way. I agree. The FGC was bound to come, but it just so happened to be that the game that I'm gonna put it like this, man. I've been to every Evo, every offline Evo, and I remember the buzz. When's Marvel? That's a joke. Like that's what's the word? That's a quote now. But that quote grew organically off of people in ballroom hallways and in hotel hallways, because you knew when your game was. Back in the day, you had to go find a schedule. You had to go walk to the venue, find the schedule, see when your game was, where your game was. There was no online fucking poster. It's all manual, right? So you knew if you went there for Street Fighter, you knew when your bracket was. If you went there for Guilty Gear, you knew when your bracket was, but you didn't know when every bracket was because you weren't there for every game, right? But a lot of people who wanted to watch Marvel, even though they didn't enter it. So the phrase "wins Marvel" came from Evo hotel rooms, Evo ballrooms of people who didn't play Marvel, but knew about it. And were like, when is that? I came here for Street Fighter, but when's Marvel? I want to see that shit. I came here for Guilty Gear or Smash Brothers, but when's Marvel? Like, because it was hype, you know what I mean? So I don't know if any other game ever created that kind of buzz, you know what I mean? But the FGC was gonna come either way. I do agree with that. What's crazy is players playing BFTG, is that Guilty Gear or something, say that the game is better than MVCI. Just like, what? It's subjective. I mean, if they gave their fair shot of MVCI, I'd tend to believe them, right? But people who say that, I know whether or not you played MVCI or not because I played it the whole time, right? So it's almost like if you didn't give it the old college try, like what can you really say, right? What can you really say? Like playing BTFG with Joey D and hearing BTFG is better than MC, like that was crazy. I mean, that's his opinion, right? But you know what I mean? Oh, Battle for the Grid. I know what that is. I heard that game does have good gameplay, and they actually did a good job of supporting. Oh, excuse me, they did a good job of supporting that bad boy as well. So, shout outs to Clockwork and Shady K and them devs for holding that one down. All right, let's get into it. Let's get to these results. Who is winning what? I want to know. Wait, where the hell am I? Bam. The Jacomania Chronicles. There's only 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and the results are very short this week. But let us see. The Jacomania Chronicles. Jacoman does this. Yeah, wins Marvel. You know what that is. You were there, Yorm. You know what I'm talking about. People who were not into Marvel were into Marvel. If that makes any fucking sense. That's how much the buzz and the hype was around Marvel 2. Is people were so into it that even if they weren't into it, the venue got packed. You know what I mean? Just when Marvel was live, the venue got packed. You had to bum rush seats, man. All right, the Jacomania Chronicles. This is on the 1st. June 1st, very recent. PS4 events. Yo, we have a Team XC bum rush. Jaco. First of all, where is Jaco? Because Jaco's usually here. Let me just let him know, because he's a fan of the podcast. He's a fan. The Jacomania Chronicles are top 8. So we had Dr. Kano and Hydro Rex tied for 9th. Tied for 8th, we got OGX3, a.k.a. Blue Man Dam, 7th place, Pun and Done. Tied for 5th, Dr. Church and Netflix and Chill. 4th place, Beast, 412X. Yo, Beast entering the Chronicles? That's crazy. So crazier, he's got 4th. 3rd place, the one and only, the man, the boy formerly known as Raisins, aka Pain, Nagato Pain. 2nd place, XC Coggins. 1st place, kind of a renegade appearance. XC Lin. XC Lin, Team XC dominating the Jayco Dojo. I wonder how Lin did against Goro and Shang Tsung there. But shout outs to Lin and Coggins for getting first and second. Of course, shout outs to Payne for getting third place at the Jayco Man Chronicles. Very next week, the Battle Realm. Some good matches. Oh, some bad matches too. Been a Beast versus Hydro Rex. Been a Beast 10 versus Hydro Rex. Hydro Rex winning that 10-7. OG versus Super Cool Mike. So this is the new one, man. This is not an old rivalry. I mean, this is not a new rivalry, but this is one that's definitely went dormant. Dormant. I was trying to make that into Dormammu somehow, but I can't. Dormant Mamu. Dormant Mamu. OG versus Super Cool Mike. Okay, so if you guys want the history, Super Cool Mike beat me 10-8 on our Battle Realm set a few weeks back. And then we met up in the gauntlet and I beat him 3-0. Right? And I was super tryhard. So he re-challenged me to the Battle Realm. OG versus Super Cool Mike 3-10 in favor of Mike. I don't even know how to think about that. I don't even know what to think about that. Mike, we're not done with this. You have definitely re-sparked the rivalry. We're gonna play another set, and if you're gonna be, this is enough to where I think we're gonna play an offline money match, bro. I'm just putting that energy out there right now. Vegas is coming up soon. I think we're gonna play an offline money match. I'm gonna call your ass out there. I don't play for $1 million, so there'll be no excuse to duck. But Super Cool Mike, I think we have a good thing going, man. A little back and forth, so we might have to finalize that offline. Anyway, last set of the night, Max Weiser versus Dr. Church. Max Weiser, 4 games. Dr. Church winning that one, 4-10. GG's to Dr. Church for taking that. Of course, you guys know the Battle Realms every other Friday. Beto, you've been ducking me at the Battle Realm, bro. I don't care if we win, don't win. You beat me, you don't beat me. I don't care. I need to play you 10 games in a row on stage, bro. Stop messing around and fight Shin OG in his true form. Casual OG just mashes, bro. Casual OG just want to hit buttons. Shin OG might block once in a while. Might. Right? Might. All right, MVCI is dead. Don Khan's Monday night Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite Exhibition Series. This was on the 6th. The very last MVCI is dead. Definitely a great fight card. Octo versus Stylo. Ooh wee. Octo versus Stylo. Octo 10-1. Octo has grown as a player, and this is definitely a I think this is a signature win for him, not only because he beat Stylo, but because he beat Stylo so decisively, right? So I do think that this proves that Octo has officially moved up an echelon, right? There was a while where like he couldn't be fucked with, or like these certain players could fuck with him, but now he looks like there's a certain echelon of players that he's kind of done with, and I don't mean he's done playing, but like he's clearly moved on from 10-1. Octo, super props on that. Definitely a signature set from you. Don versus Horton. Shouts to Don Con 5-1. Don winning that one. Tyson versus Vortex. Tyson versus Vortex. A Marvel God versus a non-Marvel God. The whole definition of Marvel God is that you cannot be beat by anybody that's not a Marvel God. Right? That's what makes you a god as opposed to just good, right? There's no good status, there's god status, right? But we had Tyson versus Vortex. Either Vortex is way better than people are giving credit for, which I think is what it is. Or Tyson was just lacking that day. Tyson versus Vortex 8-10 in favor of Vortex. I definitely would have lost money on that bet. And the final fight of the night, bitterest rivalry. Bane versus Knives, an actual match, as opposed to OG versus Bane. I don't know why you guys love that one. Bane versus Knives, 10-4 in favor of Bane. The good guys don't always win. You know what I mean? The good guys don't always win. Shouts to Knives for getting in the bracket, though. SoCal Marvel, best Marvel. SoCal Marvel, best Marvel. All right, your Mamu says, MVC2's the last Marvel where raw effort was rewarded. I agree. The pre-comeback factor era is as real as it gets. It is brutal. Yeah, no super tag. No X Factor. Just a good old Marvel war. A good old long 6-chapter war. You know what I mean? It is definitely the GOAT. It is definitely the GOATs. No dissing to any other Marvels, though. But let's just keep it funky. Let's just keep it a buck. You know what I mean? All right, after that, we have the Jacomania Chronicles. This is the latest results. This is literally last week. Literally last week. 69, no jokes. Nah, you guys are more grown than that. All right, the Jacomania Chronicles 69th edition, PS4. In 5th place, Hydrorex. 4th place, Dr. Marvel. In 3rd place, Netflix and Chill. 2nd place, Grainy. 1st place, Dr. Kano. Shout out to Dr. Kano for securing 1st place at the Jacomania Chronicles PS4 event number 69. That went down on the 8th. Definitely recent results. But the latest, let's get the latest results from the Big G. The Gauntlet. Let's get the latest results from the Big G. The Gauntlet. The who's who of MVCI. Who's your latest champion? I don't even want to look at my own score because I've been slumping. Man, if Hollow Knight is so good. I don't even want to look at my Marvel results lately because Hollow Knight's so fucking good. All right. Octo Inc. tied for 17th. Kabak tied for 17th. Dr. Church as well. Cataclysm. Tied for 13th. Coggins. Stylo Ran. Hulk Polon. Some names I definitely wouldn't expect to see down there. Tied for 9th. Indo Renji and Don Khan. Tied for 8th. Your top 8. Knives. Okay, your top 8. Knives and Yagami. Those are tied for 8th. Or tied for 7th, rather. Tied for 5th place. Tyson and OG. Maybe I didn't do as bad as I thought. I swear to God, I'm getting beat down in these tournaments. 5th place, Tyson and OG. 4th place, Bane Hollow. 3rd place in your top 3 now, LOL Raid. 2nd place, Jaco Man, aka the low tier God Slayer. We are not done with low tier God today. You cannot talk about Street Fighter 6. You cannot talk about Street Fighter 6 and the built-in commentary feature and not talk about low tier God. Y'all, come on, tell me y'all guys saw. If you guys haven't seen that, you will see that before the end of the podcast. I got some videos for y'all. I got some videos for y'all. Yo, shout outs to the LTGs, the one of a kind. And in 1st place, winning, which I believe is his 3rd gauntlet. That's impressive stuff. The one and only Beast 4112. Shout outs to Beast for securing. I don't think it's his 2nd. I think it's his 3rd. It's either his 2nd or 3rd, but I'm almost certain it's his 3rd. So shout outs to Beast for grabbing another championship at the Gauntlet. Man, I gotta win another one of these. I gotta beat Hollow Knight, man. And Octopath. All right, shout outs to Beast for getting 1st place, your latest Gauntlet champion. And if we're talking about Marvel Tournament's official brackets, Hots for Cots, Clash of the Stones. We do this every other Saturday afternoon. If you guys want some weekend Marvel, please pull up. I challenge you personally to try to best me and Jaco in our own dojo. It's nigh impossible. It's nearly impossible. All right, 7th place, True Pain. I believe he got DQ'd though, so I don't think that was a real placement. NFG Raws tied for 5th with Poseidon. 4th place, Hydro Rex. 3rd place, Alien Hominid. Congrats, Alien, for breaking top 3. 2nd place, and with the Untamed Gaming Dojo fully defended, 100% defended from infiltrators. In 2nd place, the original gamer, War Destroyer. And in 1st place, Untamed Gaming Zone, Jaco Man. We got us a Team UG Team Kill Grand Finals. That's the way we love it. Holding down our dojo, defending defending our home turf. Shout out to Jaco, man. I will get you next time, Jaco. You know how it goes. You cannot win one with Jaco and expect to win the next one versus me. We literally go back and forth. But shout out to Jaco, man, for securing the dub at the Clash of the Stones. And that's it. I told you it's going to be fast. All right, we're going to talk about the Street Fighter 6. We're going to talk about the Street Fighter 6. We're already there. All right, we're going to look at the website, a little bit of gameplay, and then I got some funny videos for y'all. All right, I've seen some things on Street Fighter 6, but I haven't took the time to read any kind of information or anything like that. So we're actually going to take the time to do that right now. We're going to take a look at because I took a glance at the website, and they actually for a game that's not supposed to come out for 8 months, like there's a lot of shit out on it. Like for a game that's not supposed to come out for 8 months, like everyone was playing it last weekend. Explain that to me. Explain how a game is like releases in 2023 and then the next day 7 people on Twitch are playing it. I want to do that, coming out 3027. And then just tomorrow everyone's playing it. You know what I mean? Like it's like that date doesn't matter. All right, guys, you know what it is. We will be right back. But don't jump around, just roll back. I don't want to hold back. You know what it is. BRB, y'all. We're going to talk about the Street Fighter.
I don't want to jump around, let's just roll back. Now hold that. Ain't it nice we don't feel no distance? I don't want to jump around, let's just roll back. Now hold that. I don't wanna wait around, I want a connection. We've been thinking it'd be automatic when we try to link. Slow and static just after we hang up. We've been living separate, Jesus, we just feel so out of sync. Staggered our magic, just hoping it happens. I swear the crash has been killing me. The simple don't feel as deep. Like when we in my bedroom and you there sitting right next to me. I'm not hype when you far away. I close up, I stop and play. Like when we not together, this game just don't feel the same. I don't wanna jump around, let's just roll back. Now hold that. Ain't it nice we don't feel no distance? I don't wanna jump around, let's just roll back. Now hold that. I don't wanna wait around, I want a connection. It's like you know this last one messed me up good. Stuck on screens while I see how you look. Trying to stay in touch, but the second I push, it feels like you shook and not like we should. I just wanna feel like you're right there. FaceTime feel like you're fucking light years away. Time zone is strange, don't know what to say. The Discord cut off, my phone not in range. Our conversations all feel so basic. Trying to play with lag on the end of our statements. Not the way we meant, man, the future hates us. Picture one frame off, we can hit the majors if we had that. Now the bottle open, we can never flash back. Sometimes I dream of trying to kiss you through the mask, yeah. Wonder if it never happened when we patched that. Hoping when I enter, you gon' ask back, roll back. Roll back. I don't wanna wait around. Ooh, yeah. I don't wanna jump around, let's just roll back. Now hold that. Ain't it nice we don't feel no distance? I don't wanna jump around, let's just roll back. Now hold that. I don't wanna wait around, I want a connection. It's like fuck that up.
Damn, we just ended with JB showing the shirt. That's what's up. All right, guys. Street Fighter 6. The first looks. I got the browser right here. Let's get that loaded up so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Cause I'll be honest, man. Capcom looks like they're not taking their main IP for granted, right? It looks like they kind of took Marvel Infinite for granted when it came out, and maybe even Street Fighter 5 to a degree, right? Almost like, hey, we got this. Let's just push out another Street Fighter. But I think the fighting game landscape has expanded and a lot more competition has arrived, right? So it's kind of forces Capcom, if you're gonna be king, you gotta play king, you gotta do king moves, right? You can't just expect to stay on top. So if you're gonna be king, you gotta play the king moves. And it looks like you said, Kim Key, it seems like they really are trying to at least put their best foot forward, right? At least put their best foot forward. So let's see if we can get this browser on the screen for you guys. All right, can you guys see that? Can you guys see that? Yeah, you can see that. Let me move it up a little bit. That way I could be in the picture too. How come I can't be in this? Damn it, I'm trying to get myself on the camera. Or my camera on the screen. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Like that, I'm just like, what? All right, there we go. There we go. All right, we in there. We in there. All right, Street Fighters. We're just gonna cruise the website. There's a lot of info in here. All right, Street Fighter 6 available 2023 or tomorrow. Available 2023, or people are just gonna be playing it tomorrow. You know, you never know what that sounds like. All right, your moment to fight. The announced trailer. What's that do? Oh, we get to see it? Let's just see it. Let's just see it.
When you go looking for strength, it's not like a game. This journey doesn't have a real ending. Okay then, hope you're ready to begin. If you want to start off on the right foot in this city, hit the streets.
Yeah, ain't there I do this, never feel loose. And when I get up in the game, y'all be improved. A real problem, but I solve them all face proof. And if you think I'm going fall,
obviously they're going hard on this, like, it's kind of like urban theme, right?
I've been winning for my kinfolk, and I put on for my city from the intro. Fight!
Classic characters. Okay, some classic characters. Yeah, the graffiti style, I know everyone's on its nuts, like, oh, the art style. To me, it looks a little convoluted. Like it's gonna interfere with the visuals that you need to pay attention to. Like there's a lot going on. Maybe I'm getting old or I can't keep up with much, but like a lot of them explosions and graffiti stuff, like it looks cool during the trailer, but I don't know if I want the whole screen filled up with that shit while I'm fighting. Oh, my bad. All right, for 4 characters, they definitely have these 4 characters like kind of flushed out, right? As far as their movesets.
This is our destiny. My secret art. Street Fighter 6.
Okay. Oh, they're not even done. Yeah, I don't want, like, it looks good, right? But will it Will it look good in practice? Will it look good as you're actually playing the game, right? That's yeah. I don't want it to go away, Kimki. Don't get it twisted. I don't want it to go away, but at the same time, I don't want it to be. It looks a little intrusive now the way it is, right? So you know, I don't want it to go away though. It's not, I love the art style. I just think it's a bit much. It's a bit much for the gameplay itself, right? But we'll see. All right, so they got newsletter, some hot topics, Guile gameplay trailer. So this is like just the this is what we're really going to dive into here, the fighting system, right? Revealed. All right, concept, welcome to a new era. An era for fighting game begins. The evolution of fighting games starts with our traditional fighting ground. And then we're turning the genre on its head with World Tour and Battle Hub for a total of 3 modes, where anyone could play to their liking. No one starts off a champion. You get there step by step, punch by punch. Take up the challenge and bring your game to the next level. Fair enough. They got some lore, right? They got some lore. Oh, they got a lot more stuff. All right, game modes. So right away they're trying to put 3 main modes in there. Fighting ground. Oh, you can deep dive into all of them. Continue the tradition of being a genre leader. The pinnacle of fighting games can be found in this mode. A highly evolved combat system, experience innovation for yourself. All of the modes found in Street Fighter V can now be found in the fighting ground. Drive system, control type, real-time character. Okay, so this is all... Okay, did I go too far here? Battle Hub. Okay, this is really small. The Battle Hub is the ultimate place to face a CXL-friendly rivals. What can you do in the Battle Hub? Stay tuned for more news. So this is like their lobby, right? This looks like it's going to be their lobby or their matchmaking. All right, they don't have much on that because that's kind of self-explanatory, right? And then the World Tour. So so the reason why people are excited about this is because this is not the first time World Tour has appeared in a Street Fighter game. So people are nostalgic about it, in fact, right? Let me catch up with you, Kimki. So Kimki says there's been a lot of new players during COVID, and a lot of them haven't played so much Street Fighter or other Capcom fighting games, so they don't have the kind of legacy respect. And yep, makes sense. A lot of people nowadays in the FGC, you could be birthed anywhere, right? Back in the day, if you were in the FGC, you were most likely born in Street Fighter, and then you branched out to other games, right? Maybe you played them, maybe you didn't. Maybe you got into Mortal Kombat, maybe you didn't. Maybe you got into anime games, maybe you didn't, right? But nowadays, you're right. Nowadays, you could have gotten into the FGC via Guilty Gear and never even fucked with Street Fighter, right? You could literally be knee deep in the FGC and not touch the Capcom game, right? So you're right in that there are a lot of players these days who kind of need to be reintroduced to why Street Fighter's cool, as opposed to, hey, it's Street Fighter, it's cool. You know, like Star Wars, right? Oh, it's cool, Star Wars, right? Like, no, like some people need something cool, right? They didn't necessarily have the nostalgia or the history, right? So I do think that they're doing right by that with this game, right? They're trying to make it appealing. You could tell they're trying to make it look cool, sound cool, look fun, lots of modes. They're not pretending they have it in the bag by any means, you know. Let me continue what you said. So they don't have the respect for the older Capcom. Instead, their Capcom is ArcSys. Yep, exactly what I was saying, man. You're on the same page. Instead, their Capcom is ArcSys because during the last year, that's the game that dominated in their scene and during the COVID. Yep, exactly. It says, I wouldn't mind it being tuned down a little. Yeah, we're talking about the graffiti, right? Maybe there could have been setting for what they have. Yeah, maybe. I hope there's a setting for like not crazy artwork and like big artwork. Yeah, a lot of eye-catching stages. Let's hope there's more competitive stages where you can focus on the game. Agreed. Stages is easy though. It's robust. They can get robuster stages, but they've had kinds of stages before. Yeah, they've had some loud stages. It's not impossible. I just don't want the whole game to just be like just a fucking bunch of paint everywhere. You know, I want to be able to see the game. You know, maybe that's just me like just wanting to make. I want the gameplay to be paramount. It's Street Fighter, right? Just like Marvel. I want the game. I want everything else to be top notch, right? But I want nothing to compromise the contest at hand, you know? I know some people don't want the grid to come back, but I hope it's there for connection. Hey, so do I. Yeah, I want notches in the ground for when I'm practicing my positionings. I know people bitched about training mode stage because it's always online, but there's nothing wrong inherently with training stage. It's just people are sick of it, right? But I do think that games need them still. You still need training stages, you know? Plain looking stages where you can just kind of gather your spacing and measure where you should be, the distances and all that stuff. Oh, we got some. Oh, it's Summer Soldier. Your name was the same color as someone else's. I thought you were someone else. What's going on, Summer? What's going on, Summer? We got a lot to talk about as far as Summer Soldier and the events before the end of the day. That's for sure. All right, the game mode's World Tour. All right, before I read this, let me give you guys a little preview because some of you guys are not old schoolers like me. So I'm gonna give you some of the history here. Back in the day in Street Fighter Alpha 3, there was on the home versions of the later ports. We're talking about the Dreamcast port, like the Saturn port, ripped Saturn. I read that in the voice in the right. I was closing notches in my bed. I read it in my head in the voice. Yo, shout out to classic SNL skits and sketches. I love that take on them. Anyway, so what World Tour was like almost like an RPG mode where you would get into a fight, and depending how good you fought the person, you would get points or rewards. And those rewards were actual level ups for your character. Like they weren't just like points or costumes. Like you got shit. Like you got a 10% speed up bonus. And you can attach it almost like runes. Like you can attach it. You can only attach so many abilities to your character, and some abilities took 2 slots because they were like baller abilities, right? There were some where like you're constantly gaining meter. Like shit like this, right? So like you could imagine that if you're playing Street Fighter versus the computer, that it really lightens up the experience. It really broadens the experience, because instead of just, oh, let me just beat it and get the ending, you would beat it and they'd give you stuff like pick your next fight. This is a level 8 opponent and you have half health, but if you beat it, you get this baller reward. Like it was like RPG shit, right? Or you can take this easy fight, and if you beat it, you get this all right reward, right? Or you don't risk losing any of your points, right? So like it had like choices to do, and it had like different like modes to pick, and some of the rewards, like, okay, so I'm gonna keep it funky. The rewards are what made World Tour dope. Like the rewards were like, now you have a dash. Nobody had a dash in Alpha 3, just Blanca. So like you could just get a dash now, right? Your unlimited air blocking, like you had like the abilities were all over the place. My favorite ability though, and this is why I personally loved World Tour, is because one of the abilities was chain combos for characters that had no fucking business having it. Another ability was EX combos. You could do special into super. And that shit wasn't in the game yet. Like that shit wasn't in the game yet, right? So like like I'm telling you, bro, like I would do like body splash with T-Hawk into like chain combo where he would end it with the down fierce he would stun you in like 2 combos. Because what the fuck business does T-Hawk have with chain combos? Like he would literally body splash cross up into like the how fucking Indian hit, into the chop, into his down roundhouse. Like it was dummy. Like it was fun, bro, because like imagine just imagine everybody in Street Fighter 5 has chain combos. Like just imagine that, right? Like it's broken, right? But at the same time, like how much more fun can you have like exploring that? Like now there's a whole new like layer of labbing to do. Because I can do these crazy combos that are not in the normal mode. Nor should they be in the normal mode. It's kind of broken. It turns it into like Ultimate Street Fighter 5. You guys remember Ultimate Street Fighter 4 right before it ended? It kind of turned it into that. You know what I mean? Like, so this is the reason why you see the excitement over World Tour. Because even though it's not out yet, because the old one was called World Tour. The reason why people are excited is because the old World Tour was kind of dope. Right? So if they're trying to match that, it's a really good single player feature. But let's see what it's all about. Let's see. I'm sure it's going to be vague, but let's see. World Tour is an immersive single player story mode. This is completely new experience. Okay, new experience that defies genre labels. Carve out your own legend on the streets. Look for more news on World Tour in the near future. Okay, so they're not even telling you nothing about it. Coming soon. All right, so hopefully the World Tour I talked about, there's some kind of gimme chain combos, please. I don't care how you do it. I don't care if I can't do it to people. I don't care if it's just for me to lab and beat up computer opponents. But make this robust. Don't call it World Tour if you ain't gonna give me World Tour. You feel me? Like, don't call it World Tour if you ain't gonna give me T-Hawk combos. All right, let me catch up with the chat. World Tour, it was very promising. I know there's nothing about it, but I'm just trying to, if you guys don't know the lore, the reason why Twitter and social media is getting excited about World Tour is because the OG World Tour was fucking dope. Okay, King Blood says, I hope it's not easy to parry in Street Fighter 6. I have bad fucking news for you. Because I think you could wake up parry. Straight up. I think you could wake up parry. Basically, parry is not a timing, it's a choice. Like in the old one, to do a parry, you had to time it. I think the parry in this is more akin to Ryu's Mind's Eye. Where like, it's not about timing it, it's more about, are you doing it or are you not doing it? You know what I mean? It's not about, one framers, but there is rewarding for one framing, right? But you can parry out. Anyway, we'll get into that. Because I swear to God, I saw a video where somebody woke up like he was into a meaty with a fucking parried the shit out of it, right? I'll show you some gameplay. I've seen gameplay here and there, but I haven't really watched gameplay. We're gonna see some. Before it's out, because these are all teasers anyway. The World Tour mode, it's all teasers. All right, these are the game modes. All right, the latest news. Okay, like. So we already seen this old trailer. We watched this on the original Marvel Monday. This is Big Feet Ryu. This is a secret character, Big Feet Ryu. They're hiding that guy. But let's see. Okay, let's just catch up with the latest news then. All right, Guile trailer. Let's watch it. Can I just full screen it?
Let me have some fun.
Man, Luke must have been really popular for him to be like one of the main launch characters for 6. Background looks nice. God, looks exactly the fucking same. Why change him? It's an archetype. Oh, he still got that. He still got the whirlwind. Looks like the same super. Yeah, these parries look raw. I think guessing parrying is going to be a big part of the game. Oh yeah, he's kind of the same. Damn, this game looks pretty. Jesus, what? Did he step on him mid-air to finish that razor kick? Okay. You know they got a character design right when they didn't change him for 25 years. 30 years now. Guile has had the same 2 moves for 30 years. If it ain't broke. If it's a good design. If it ain't broke, why fix it? Alright, let's see some of Guile's info then. I haven't even seen anybody's info. Alright, Guile. Air pilot who fights for his country. Guile succeeding in dismantling Shadow Lewin and avenging his friend Charlie. Okay, same lore. He enjoys living the family man life. They gotta include that. But the new battlefields await him. Oh, they even got like the little blurb. Hates secretive people, layabouts. Likes watching sports. Dog walking. This is a crazy guy. 6 foot, 218. What's this all about? Oh, it's like pretty artwork. Okay, these are like screenshots. Damn, these backgrounds look dope. This is a really good reimagining of the original Guile background, Air Force Base. Yeah, they just took some clean screenshots. Okay. Well, fuck, Chun-Li's here. Chun-Li's here. Former high-kicking ICPO agent. Chun-Li looks after Lei Fen. Oh, is a new character. A victim of the Black Moon incident. Black Moon incident? Is that maybe the overarching story? With Shadow Lost sundered, she now runs kung fu classes and has become a well-loved member of the local community. Hates crime and indecisiveness, likes days off and shopping with Li Fen. Height 5'7", weight secret. Secret. She definitely still got the high kicks. Yeah, I think these are just like gameplay shots. Gameplay looks nice. If that's a game screenshot, that looks pretty nice. That definitely looks better. That definitely looks better than the MVCI first version of Chun-Li. And yes, that joke had to float around fucking Twitter because Twitter FGC is a bunch of fuckheads. Oh, look at MVCI Chun-Li. Let's just bring that up again. Motherfuckers never played a Marvel fucking game in their life. Gotta lean in and be a fucking hype beast. All right, let me catch up with the chat. More single player content sounds cool to me, but I won't play it much probably. But it'd be cool to mess around with sometimes. Yeah, exactly. It's just something to do when there's no games, you know, when there's no live people, or just you want to lab. Give Captain America air dash. That's a good. I know you're joking around, but it was kind of like the Heroes and Heralds, not in that you got weird abilities that you would never get before. You got Heroes and Heralds type abilities in the World Tour mode. I don't think they'll ever change Guile. Much does he have with Capcom needs him. Yeah, he is like imagine making a game of rock paper scissors and you have scissors. Why change it? It is part of a very successful dynamic, you know, of rock paper scissors. Like Guile might be scissors, right? So why change them? Like this is a rock paper scissors game, so why fucking change the scissors, right? We've had successful scissors for years now. For years now, you know what I mean? Okay, so now is there back to list? So there's more people. Okay, there's more. Okay, there's everybody. There's everybody. We're going backwards on the character list. All right, Jamie. This is a new character, but I believe, yeah, this is like a Yun Yang kind of like homage character. This self-styled Chinatown peacekeeper. I just love that. What do you identify as? I'm a self-styled Chinatown peacekeeper. Aspires to the example set by Yun and Yang, the twin dragons. An expert dancer. Oh yeah, this is a drunk guy, right? Jamie places justice and friendship above all else, defending his town with martial skill. All right, hates getting lectured and arrogance. He likes Yun and Yang, dancing, and his grandmother. 5'9", 170 pounds. Interesting character. Let's see the art. Let's see the art. Just because we want to see it. Gotta go down a little bit more. All right, Jamie. Some of these crumples aren't too bad. See, look at all of that. All of that. Like that right there. Like that looks cool. But like, imagine, like, I don't want it to get much more than that level of like flair. Because some of it is like, at least the flair is sticking to the character. So it's not interfering with like, I love the flair. I just don't want it to convolute the gameplay at all. At all. I like how he just turned into a whole different dude in this picture. He just turned into like a long-haired Dante-looking dude. I'll put it like that. Interesting. Interesting for his last picture to just have him with his shirt open and his hair down. He must be really drunk. He must be really drunk. Yeah, I saw some stuff where he drinks and gets powered up, or it's like an install or does stuff to him. We'll see in the gameplay. Maybe it'll reveal, because I know that he does that, but I have no idea what it does to him. Does it make him stronger? Does it make him faster? Does it make him yak? Does he get twice as many photos? What does it do? Who knows? Who knows? But obviously he's that kind of character, right? He's that kind of character. So Luke. So I went backwards in the character order. Is Luke the main guy? No, Ryu. Yeah, Ryu's the main guy. But Luke is the second main guy. Luke is like the second featured dude. So he's kind of like, I mean, I didn't know he was this popular. I wonder if they made him OP in Street Fighter V, knowing he was going to be a launch character in Street Fighter 6. Because if you make a character OP, he's going to get popular because people are going to play him. And that alone, he's going to get noticed. He's going to get popular. So I'm wondering if it was intentional that they kind of buffed Luke knowing this game's around the corner. Because, like, I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. It's deep Capcom lore here. But yeah, Luke has definitely gotten a lot of traction as a popular character. And it's probably because of the MMA stuff, right? Right? He's supposed to be this Paul guy or whatever. A contractor for PMC. Don't know what that is. Luke uses his elite military background to teach mixed martial arts. MMA, yeah. His days are off. Oh, he's just this dude. His days are spent eating junk food, playing video games, and fighting. But make no mistake, Luke plays to win. Okay, so he's this guy. He's this guy. It might be, right? I mean, usually they make new DLC characters or new season characters strong, so it's pay to win, right? You got to buy the latest character if you want to win. But I wonder if this was also part of that formula, right? Is that not only was it gonna be pay to win, but let's just make him OP, that way he can carry his popularity, can carry through to Street Fighter 6, you know. Hates horror games. What? You never played Five Nights? Likes traveling, PC games, and wacky t-shirts. Yeah, they're just making this guy like a FGC dude. Height 6'1", weight 198. Yeah, this dude's supposed to be like a FGC dude. Which is cool. Hey, that's cool. Now look at all that yellow. Alright, he's hitting him with the fireball, some kind of full screen burst. Okay, this is homie's about to get it. Out of all the pictures we've seen so far, homie's about to get it in this one. Yeah, this is nice graphics. Nice looking character. That's for sure. That's for sure. Alright, let's check out Ryu. Ryu! Alright, let me see. Maybe this, that ain't Dante. No, it's not Dante. That's why they made him OP, yeah. Maybe. I've seen some Street Fighter V characters saying he's clearly made to be a very strong character. Yeah, perhaps. Now, maybe this is the reasonings why, you know. Luke doesn't like horror games. He's not amused. He's like Commander Redfield. He's not amused. Alright, let's check out Ryu. Let's check out Ryu. Ryu, ever training, this martial artist seeks true strength, well-mannered and sincere. Ryu travels the globe in search of worthy opponents. Having overcome the Satsu no Hado, he now seeks yet greater heights. That is a good Ryu story. Instead of giving him the same story, they gave him, he wants to be better from his old story. That's the story that's been going for 30 years, right? He wants to master the Hado. No, this one he's like, I want doper shit than the Hado. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I respect that. I mean, it's the same lore, but it isn't. But it is, right? But it isn't, right? But it is. Right? So that's cool. I mean, Ryu's Ryu hates spiders. Apparently, it's arachnophobia. Martial arts. He likes martial arts, obviously. Height 5'9", 187 pounds. Dude, I weigh as much as Ryu? No, I don't weigh 180. I weigh like close to 170, actually. Alright, that's it for the characters. Alright, that's cool. That's cool. All right, that's cool. Here's what I really want to know about, though. What's up with the shit? What's up with the shit you can do? The meat and potatoes. All right, this alone, I've glanced at this, but I haven't even read this. I just saw the modes from a couple of videos people had up. No deep dives yet. I'm actually deep diving right now. Well, I guess surface diving right now. But I will say this, just from what I already know, this game looks like it has a lot more decision making than Street Fighter V. It's not so cookie cutter as far as what you should do with your shit, right? It isn't like get the V trigger, use the V trigger, win the round. Like there's a lot of like offensive and defensive options with your butters, with your pips, right? Pip of the year, no fear. All right, fighting ground. Continue the tradition of being a genre leader. The pinnacle of fighting games can be found in this mode with a highly evolved. I already read this. All of the modes can be found in Street Fighter 5 can now be found in the fighting ground. All right, the drive system. I like that. Look at this. Whoop. Look at how critical this is. Look. I just find it funny. This one I make sense because it goes all the way down, right? But this is my favorite. Look. If they perfected anything on their website navigation, it's this. All right, the drive system. What's this? Oh, damn. Damn. Simpler controls let you improve your offense and defense. With good timing, you can unleash attacks with flashy visuals, allowing you to experience the thrill of the fight even more. All right, so they just break it down. All right, obviously that's a health bar. All right, number 2. So there's 2 meters, right? Looks like there's 2 meters. There's the pip meter, pip of the year meter, number 2 right there. It looks like at the very bottom where I'm blocking, number 6. Your rage gauge, your super meter, right? Everything else is standard, right? Timer, health bar, character. We know this, right? We know this. We don't need to deep dive into that. But it looks like you have 2 meters. And this meter looks like it holds 6 slots. And then this one looks more just like a butter. Oh, I'm blocking. Oh, you can see it now. This one looks like a butter stick, right? Like a traditional meter. Meter. And then this one's more like a stock meter. Like a stock meter. All right. The stock meter is called the drive gauge. Drive gauge gives you the ability to perform various actions in Street Fighter 6. When the gauge is empty, the fighter will enter burnout and will not be able to use drive-related techniques until the gauge is replenished. Is that all or nothing? That means if it drains all the way, you don't get it back till it heals all the way? That sounds like some Alpha 3 like block gauge, right? Where if you get it all the way down, you're fucked. Like you're fucked. You pretty much get open for free. And then the number 6, which is the super meter, is called the super art gauge. Spend this to perform a devastating super art. Every attack that lands will fill up the super art gauge. You can fill it up for 3 stocks. You get 3 meters. Super art gauge also carries over between rounds. That's business as usual, except for Super Turbo. Old school Street Fighters didn't get that, but everyone after that did. All right, so you get 3 meters and 6 drive notches. Interesting. All right, let us dive. Yeah, let us get into it. Let's just at least see. I mean, it's not going to be too convoluted, right? But let's just see the drive gauge. So, what are your options in the drive gauge? This is what I don't know that I want to know. What are your options with those? Because I knew there was that. I just don't know what it was. The engine that powers the drive system is available as soon as the round begins. So you have 6 from the get, allowing you to fight to your liking. If you spend your entire drive gauge, you'll enter burnout state with big disadvantages. But it also replenishes automatically, making meter management a key to the fight. So you might want to turtle, right, to get your shit back. Didn't say that. I said that. Understanding the system in depth, including when to be conservative and when to gamble, allows for deep, high-level battles. Yep. That already sounds more in depth than Street Fighter 5. This already sounds more in depth than Street Fighter 5. Looks like there's offense and defensive options with your meter. The drive system moves. So this is what I want to know. So what's this for? Oh, so okay, it's just gonna do them. We're just gonna do them. Okay. All right, number 1, Drive Impact. Drive Impact costs 1. Oh, so some things cost more. What? Some things cost more. Because it says right there, Drive costs 1. Okay, the Drive Impact costs 1. A powerful strike that can absorb opponent's incoming attack. This is the focus. Perform this on an opponent backed into the corner, and it will induce a wall splat, even if they block the attack. So if you're cornered, focus attack stuns you. That's a lot to take in for the first one. That's a lot to take in for the first one. Okay. All right, so it's like a focus attack, but if it hits and you're in the corner, that's the crumple, I guess. Well, I don't know. It says wall splat. I imagine that's either you're going to hit the wall and be vulnerable, or you're going to hit the wall and crumple. All right, number 2. What does this game have? Drive parry. Drive gauge cost. Does that say half? I think that says half. Drive parry for half. 0-2. Okay. Automatically repel an opponent's attack and replenish the drive when performed successfully. Replenish drive. So you might, if it takes half, maybe you get a whole notch back. I don't know. That's crazy. I think it's cost half. So there's things that cost 2. There's things that cost more than. Maybe it says it costed 1 because there's some that cost 1, some cost half. I'm assuming some things are going to cost more than 1. Okay, anyway, I'm getting caught up in. Let's see all that before we judge on that. Okay, automatically repel an opponent's attack and replenish drive. Yeah, it's the parry. Perform a perfect parry just before an opponent's attack hits you. So I heard that this is like an absorb, but the perfect one is like the third strike where you get the chance to counter. I got to see some of the gameplay, man. But there's a parry. There's a parry. I think it means it will drain over time as you hold the parry. Okay, my mind is being blown. We got to watch the gameplay. I have some raw footage gameplay that has no commentary that I want to watch a little bit of before the podcast is over, because it's all going to connect, right? Once I see it, it's all going to connect. Like doing the research, right, and then seeing it, it's all going to connect, right? All right, you might be right though. Maybe it just like drains. But let me see what the other one said. Oh yeah, ×1, and this one says consumption. You might be right, Kim Key. You might be right. It might drain as you hold it. Damn, so you have like parry that like takes meter as it's out? What? This game looks crazy. This game looks crazy. I'm so glad that it's not like a baby fucking... Man, they made so many games so like... too beginner friendly, too comebacky, too comeback mechanics. Every fighting game... All right, can I just divert for a second? Or rant time. This is a quick one though. Like, you can make hard games. Like, not every game needs to be Uno, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I feel like for the last 2 years, for this last era, for this last generation of fighters, right? I feel like they tried to make every fighting game Uno. Where like, you go, I go, you go, I go. Uno, I win. Next game, Uno, you win. Like, that's it. That's it. There's no real like, hey, I can get really good and to the point where you won't have a chance. Like, no, they're always going to give you a chance, right? Like, so this is looking like it's not so much of that. This is looking like you really got to fight the whole fucking way through smart. Anyway, all right, number 3, the Overdrive. Oh, yeah, this one costs 2. This one costs 2. 2 out of 6. Press 2 of the same button instead of 1 while performing a special move and turn it into an Overdrive art. These are the same as EX attack special moves in past games. Cool. So your EX moves, damn, that's expensive. That's expensive. So that costs, so It doesn't cost your super bar anymore. EX moves now cost this other drive gauge, and it costs 2. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, there's nothing much of that. EX moves, right? They're in there. I wonder how elaborate the EX moves, because if they're gonna cost, I wonder if they can make them like have fast recovery. They're probably gonna be most for combo extensions. I don't even want to guess, actually. What if you use it to like super tag? Like, what if you start with an EX move, right? Who knows? Yeah, and yeah, I do like it, that Kager. But I also like that it's offensive or defensive, right? So it's almost like risk, reward, or offense, defense. Like there's shit. You know what I mean? Like there's decisions, right? Which is like makes every fighting game has to give you a good amount of decisions, right? To like make the game worth playing. Or to make it like engaging. All right, well that's self-explanatory. EX moves are in it. They cost 2 pips. How many of these things do you get with this gauge? Drive rush. Okay, so this is like a FADC. It costs 1 or 3. Perform a quick rush forward from a drive parry or a cancelable normal attack. Okay. So it's like kind of like a FADC. From a drive parry stance or from a cancelable normal attack. Okay. So this is like the FADC, right? The forward, advance, whatever. Like, so if you parry, you can go into a rush. I could see. I was like, why would you do that? But maybe if you parry a fireball, right? You parry fireball, close the distance. So drive rush is from a parry costs 1. So if you time it on a parry, you only cost 1. If you do it from a normal attack, it costs 3. I wonder if it could be used for combo extensions. Yeah, I think it's going to be used for combo extensions. Right? Like you jump in fierce, hit him with a fierce, dash forward, keep that bad boy going. Because why would it cost 3 if you can't do that? Right? I imagine it's for combo extensions or combo ability. Right? What else would it be? What else would it be, right? Why would it be so expensive if you can't do that, if you can't combo with it? And it's just double tap forward. Interesting. Just double tap forward. Okay, so parry dash is 1. Cancel a normal into a dash, it's 3. There's more. Drive reversal. This one costs 2. Perform a counterattack while blocking an opponent's attack. Oh, this is alpha counter. The damage is low, definitely an alpha counter. But can keep you out of tight situation, becoming pressured. Yeah, when you just need the guy off you, right? When you just need the guy off you. Okay, so alpha counters are in. Alpha counters are in. They're in the game. Yeah, Kimki says, maybe parry has high recovery, so you do this to stop your opponent from getting a big punish. I don't know. Yeah, like you gotta, like, I mean, imagine you get out of parry relatively quick, or else why would you be able to do it? Like, are you saying like you use it to make your parry, your successful parry safe? That sounds weird. I don't know if that's what you're saying, but I imagine a successful parry should just be safe, right? Without that. But we'll see. We'll see. All right. Okay, that's the last one. Thank God. It's like there's already too many shits to remember. All right, so there's 5 things you can do with this meter. For 2 meters, you can do an EX counter or an alpha counter. For 1 or 3, depending on whether parry or canceling out of a normal, you can do a dash. Press 2 buttons of the same type instead of 1. You get the EX move. It costs 2. The parry looks like it drains as you do it. That one's interesting because how fast it drains is what it is. Right? Oh yeah, if you want to get out of your parry. Like you parry and you realize nothing's happening. Maybe. And then drive impact is almost the focus attack. So this game has focus attacks, parries, EX moves, FADC, alpha counters. I mean, it's just a robust Street Fighter. I mean, none of these are like out of nowhere. All of these mechanics have sort of existed in a shape or form before. They're all, I mean, this is from Alpha 2, that's the Alpha Counter. That's the FADC from Street Fighter 4. That's the EX from all the Street Fighters. That's the parry from Third Strike. And that's the focus. Yeah, they're just making a robust Street Fighter. They're just making a robust Street Fighter. Interesting. All right. Let's keep it pushing, man. I'm getting excited now as I'm getting more of what the game is all about. I'm getting the biggest excitement to me is that it looks more complex than 5. And I hate that. I'm not trying to dig on 5. I know a lot of people. I literally saw posts on Twitter. Fucking FGC. I hate FGC Twitter, man. I love Twitter for communicating FGC events, but goddamn if FGC Twitter ain't the fucking worst. Somebody really put like just saw trailer of Street Fighter 6. Just want to put this out here. Street Fighter 5 sucks. Like, why would you need to say that? Anyway, Street Fighter 6 offers a new control mode to play without the need to remember difficult command inputs. Is this what I think it is? Allowing players to enjoy the flow of battle. Is this Rising Thunder? Players who are delving into the world of Street Fighter for the first time, or those who haven't touched a fighting game in years, can jump right into the fray. Of course, the traditional control type of the series is still available for players who enjoy it. Modern. Allows you to perform special attacks with a simple button combinations. Designed for players who want to fight without memorizing, thinking, and practicing special move combinations first. So 1 button's the throw, 1 button's assist. Assist? Did I miss something out of reading everything up top? Why is there an assist button? None of these moves require an assist button. Alright, I'm not... Okay, there's no assists, right? What the fuck? Whatever. Okay, whatever. Maybe it has to do with assisting the special moves. Oh, I see. Yeah, R2 plus attack. It's the assist. Okay. So when you hold R2 and hit a button, it does a special. Okay, so there's light attacks, medium attacks, heavy attack. Oh, so you surrender some buttons with this mode. Light, middle, heavy, special. You get like Marvel 3 controls. Throw, drive, and parry. Okay. All right. It's easy mode. Hadouken with a single button. I don't know what to think. I mean, they've done it before, right? Oh, okay, there's more. There's more. Oh, it gives you Smash Brothers specials. Back in triangles, Tatsu. Forward in triangles, Shoryu. Down in triangle is Donkey Kick. So it's Smash Brothers controls. But I've noticed here, there's no light, middle, heavy. There's no light, middle, heavy. So I wonder if they're doing the trade-off. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but Marvel Infinite gives 0 trade-off for picking easy modes. If you want to do auto combo, or if you want to do easy super, you literally have no... You are literally at an advantage of people who don't. There's no trade-off. You don't lose any controls. You don't lose any options. But this one seems to have a trade-off if they're getting rid of some... Like if you can't do a light fireball versus a heavy fireball, that's kind of a big deal, right? That's kind of a big trade-off for having a 1-button fireball. All right, here we go. Neutral or forward plus 2 buttons is the super. Backwards plus 2 buttons is super. Down 2 buttons in the super. Okay, so they give you easy supers. Okay. Oh, okay, now is the assist button. Okay, now here's the assist button. So if you hold, while holding that button and mashing, your combos come out. I see. I see. That's, okay, now the assist button is not for assists. What the fuck? Doesn't call out Nadeshko. Alright, okay. These combos look like, you guys ever played them? What were those called? Like Dynasty Warriors and shit? This looks like the when you go into how to do your special moves or combos in Dynasty Warriors. It looks very familiar to that screen. So it's like mash, 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 or mash, 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 mash. That's how you do your fucking combos, right? You either mash twice, mash 3 times, or mash away, right? That's your different options for combos. All right, okay, there's the easy mode. There's the easy mode. All right, classic. All right, if this don't look exactly like the Street Fighter I know. Yep, light, light, middle, middle, heavy, heavy. And then X Factor. Drive impact. Oh, you have to do them both? Don't like that. Why do you have them both? Well, yeah, you need all your buttons. Oh, no, you don't. You only need 6. Okay, so you can still set triggers to like 8 buttons. Okay. R1, R2, R1, R2. Okay, so it's just 6 buttons for everything. Okay. There's a shortcut for throw, which is 2 lights. Drive parry. The parry is... Okay, the 2 middles. And then drive impact is the 2 heavies. Traditional 6-button layout needs no instruction. It does for me. The standard control type for the series, effective at high-level play where complete control over your character is a must. Yeah, complete control. So there is a trade-off. Players can freely customize their button layout, allowing for a whole range of fighting styles. Okay. Okay. Let me catch up with y'all. Okay, maybe parry... Okay, wait, when did assist come into play? Yeah, assist is auto combo. It's you hold it down and while you're holding it down, it's auto combo. Yeah, I was tripping balls for a second. There's no assist in the game, guys. Don't go spreading some fucking rumors out there. Oh shit. These combos probably won't do much damage. It looks like they don't want people doing inputs unless you're new to fighting games. Yeah, it looks like for people, like for a beginner to play a beginner, right? They can both play easy controls. That's kind of what it looks like to me. Like, hey, if there's 2 dudes who don't know how to play and they just want to have some fun with the new Street Fighter, play Luke, do some cool moves, they don't necessarily gotta like know fucking Street Fighter, you know. So it's like a beginner mode, and see, that's Street Fighter 5 failed to do. They tried to make the regular mode a pseudo beginner mode, right? And so it left the experts feeling a little watered down for the experts. Whereas this one, it looks like they're clearly like trying to keep it for both, you know. They're trying to put that line in the sand, like, hey, it's for you and you. They're not trying to meld them. You know, meld the 2 modes together. This is probably business as usual, right? Hadouken, Tatsu, Shoryu, Donkey Kick. Yeah. Does this do something? What's this all about? Oh yeah, see, punches and kicks. Okay, cool. You even changed the nomenclature. Oh, you need to change the Xbox. Damn, they thought of everything. Controller or... No, I like commands. Just tell me how to do it. All right. Real-time... Okay, I definitely heard about this. I think everyone's heard about this. How could you not? This went viral. What's happening? This went viral. The commentators featured on the official Capcom Pro Tour will commentate your battles in real time. Get the pro player tournament experience as they commentate on everything that happens during the fight. The commentators will get more and more excited as the match heats up and also deliver easy-to-understand explanations of the game, making it a great learning tool for beginners. More commentators to be announced. I see pros and cons for this. Cons, they're never going to get the best commentator, OG War Destroyer. That's already a con. They're never going to get the best commentary. Imagine like you're playing it and then I just turn into Little John halfway through the fight. What? That's the kind of commentary I'd offer. So this looks cool. Well, let's just take a look at the reel. Let's take a look at the reel. I'm gonna turn it up for this.
Oh yeah, you know I'm ready. Trying to read each other here? At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Hit them with a stopping box. More fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Breaking on them to lay down some damage without giving up ground. Drop them. Perfect parries. They got a feast on this chance. What now? They think this time to bust this out? Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. They are done.
いってみましょう。地上技で差し合う距離、リーチの差を生かすか、それを手玉に取るか。よく見ていた。さあ飛びはしっかりジャストで受け止めていく。体力はわずか、ゲージ差はある。ここはどう出る。インパクトは受け止めた。主導権の奪い合い、どちらが仕掛けるか。受け止めている。
Nothing stops this train. Ooh, the ground is back in for a punish. Player 1 can't win this without pulling the trigger. Noticeable life lead.
受け止めながら、ここは出し惜しみはなし。出血大サービスだ。ダメージ計算、ゲージ管理バッチリ。
All right. So I see the pros of that, but I also right away see the cons, right? So the Street Fighter games already have announcers, right? Street Fighter 4, I mean Alpha 3, I felt like kind of pioneered this, but Street Fighter 4 did as well, where there would be a voice talking not only to say round 1 fight, but to tell like, oh, what's he gonna do next? Like, there was the first game that had commentary in the fight. Street Fighter 4 had it, right? Both players looking for an opening, right? Like it was generic commentary, but it was commentary, right? And it was cool, but it loses its novelty, right? It loses its novelty. At least in Street Fighter 4, it was an announcer type voice, and the voice was sort of muted so that when you heard it, it didn't sound like how I'm talking now, where it's the most dominant sound. It was more of a background noise, right? You'd hear it like in the low key in the back, like, what's he gonna do next? Like, it wasn't super loud, like kind of how this is, right? So even though it loses its novelty, it wasn't so intrusive that it got annoying. Whereas I could see, if this is left on and you've already heard all of the quips they have to say, oh, is he gonna let it rip? Like, how many times can you hear, oh, is he gonna let it rip? Before you get sick of hearing, oh, is he gonna let it rip? Like, it's gonna get old, inevitably. That's pretty soon we're gonna be like, I hope he doesn't let it rip. You know what I mean? Like, it's like it. So I see the novelty in it, but I also think I'm trying to imagine how it's not gonna become annoying. I'm trying to think, like, you can't keep adding content. I mean, I guess you could switch announcers, right? Like, hey, I'm tired of this announcer, put on another announcer. But even then, you'll cycle through them all at some point, right? And then you could turn it off, right? So one thing is that if you could turn it off, no harm, no foul. You can do anything you want. You can have the most crazy announcer, the most subdued announcer. It could be loud. It could be unintrusive. If you could turn it off, no harm, no foul, right? Right? Or people who like it, leave it. People who don't. But I'm trying to imagine how it's going to withstand, for anybody, longevity without being annoying or without at least falling flat after a long enough time, right? So there's that. I'm thinking about that, right? See, but then again, when I watch Street Fighter 4, I don't get annoyed at the announcer in the back. I get used to it. Matter of fact, at some point it's part of the game, right? But then again, that commentary wasn't really loud in your face over the audio of everything commentary. It was more subdued background noise / music commentary. So I don't know. Maybe you could adjust the volume of it. I don't know. Maybe there's some things, but how we just watched it in this trailer, I could see that. I'm not trying to be negative Nancy here. I'm being realistic. I could see that getting old. I could see it getting old, right? I could see, oh, we're gonna let it rip. Like, you guys are already getting sick of me doing that, right? Like, I only did it 5 times. You're gonna hear it 500 times at Evo. You know what I mean? Like, so, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just, you know, it's a great feature. It's a great feature. But until they figure out how to get over this problem I'm describing, I think it's going to be more of a novel for a second and then kind of be like whatevs, right? But what I do like is that this is tying to esports FGC, right? I do respect that about this. They're letting you know our game is a professionally run tournament game, and in the game you're going to have evidence and demonstrations of that, which I feel that this is, right? So in that terms of how it brands the game, 10 of 10. 10 of 10. You're letting us know you want us to think about this game at a competitive level, right? You have you literally have professional competition announcers in it, right? So that's great. But like I said, 2 months into it, how exciting is it's gonna let it rip is how we'll see how that sounds after hearing it for 2 months straight. You know what I mean? That's a concern of mine. It's a concern of mine. But great idea though, and I'm gonna keep it funky. Where the fuck is Yipes? If they're saying if this is more commentators to be announced, I don't give a where the fuck is like where's James Chen, bro? Like don't tell me you have what's the word that they use? The commentators featured on the official Capcom Pro Tour. Yeah, I want to see James Chen. I want to see James Chen. And have him cry. I'm just kidding. Okay, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Fight team games. See, I want, when are they going to feature OG? So that when somebody lands a combo, it's just like, ooh, motherfucker, look at you, motherfucker. And then have that go on for 2 months straight. Ooh, motherfucker, look at you, motherfucker. Next Evo, first hit of the round, psh, ooh, motherfucker. You guys know you get tired of that shit. You guys know you'd get sick of that. Anyway, all right, it's a valid concern. It's a valid concern. You know what I mean? But it's a dope idea. The game is better for having it in it. But I see, I'm using my prediction, my crystal ball, and I could see a handful of players turning this feature off. I could just see it. Kind of like when after a certain while, when people play Mortal Kombat, nobody does fatalities, right? Like you said, nobody does long supers, right? It's like they're cool when you first see them. Oh my God, they put that in there. That's great. But then once you get into the meat and potatoes, if it's not part of the meal, we kind of don't want it, right? Or if it distracts from the meal, we don't want it. You know what I mean? So great idea. Get James Chen, get Yipes, get OG. You know what? Let me just go over my underrated commentators. Let me just get Ski Sonic, Tyson, Magus, you know what I mean? Get some of the real ones. Get some of the real ones. I hope I hope commentary DLC won't cost too much. If there will be DLC commentators, I'm not paying $7 for Yipes. You know, motherfuckers are paying upwards of $7 for Yipes. I know you wouldn't, but I know the Street Fighter fan base. $7 is a steal for Yipes' voice in your game. I don't know if I'd pay $7 for all of them, but Yipes might be the one that I drop the 7. He might be the one that I drop the 7. Let's just be real. Like a Marvel commentator and Street Fighter, we're in there. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's not for everybody. Yeah. Oh, scoops! Like, I want one of those in there. You know what I mean? I want one of those in there. I want one of those. Yeah, exactly, Kimki. I probably would only buy Yipes, straight up. I'm talking about all these other commentators, but it wouldn't be a big enough feature for me to even warrant spending any money on. But like I said, Yipes might break that, just because, like, just come on, bro. It's kind of OD if you think about it, Yipes in a video game commentating, because this shit is sick. Okay, so there's little quips about the two dudes. Okay, that's cool. All right, did we explore it all? All right, you guys know what it is. Wait, what did it say? I don't know who this Japanese dude is. I mean, I know who he is because I've heard him before, because he is pretty iconic, the way he like starts belting, right? Like, you know what I mean? It's pretty iconic. Are you? And then Jeremy Vicious Lopez. I'll be honest, I never even heard of this guy. But I'm assuming they didn't just fucking pull him out of thin air, you know, that he's established in the FGC and Street Fighter for doing that. But what you guys don't know is the first wave of DLC commentators has already been announced. Check it. Don't even check it, because I'm gonna show you guys. Don't even check it. The first wave of DLC has been announced. You wouldn't believe the first guy they got. Let's get him in there. You guys know, we got to do this.
Oh my God! Wow! The fake ass lagging shit! Oh my God! This dude did a 10-hit combo. Fake ass on God! Oh, the same shit over and over again, dude. This nigga sucks. Somebody hop in my lobby and body this fat nigga ASAP. This motherfucker is garbage. That's what happens when you give scrubs tools, man. Nigga, I had the whole round 1. This fucking online faggot. Get off my dick, niggas! What is this ugly ass nigga doing? Dead ass! There's almost no room for error when you're playing against these scrubs, because there's no one-frame links. Oh my God. Did y'all niggas see me get robbed due to lag? That's fucked up. That's how you know when you're trash. This nigga did strings. Oh my gosh.
Alright, guys. Alright, that's deep fakes, y'all. That's deep fakes, y'all. That's deep fakes, y'all. Ain't no low tier God commentary. Ain't no low tier God commentary. Yo, shout outs. Who did that video? That shit has me crying, bro. That shit has me crying, bro. That is shout outs to X Uses. That's his name. I'm gonna give him his props just because I used his I'm gonna give him props. That's the guy who posted this video. It's just a joke about low tier God doing it. Yeah, that's not real. That's not real. That's freaking dope though. That's freaking dope though. All right, let us. All right, so I think we've covered it all, man. We've covered all. I'm just gonna watch a little bit of gameplay, probably just a couple of minutes, just to kind of get what's up and see get a flow of the game, because I haven't really sat and watched gameplay and scrutinized it. I'm not gonna deep dive and watch it for 10 fucking minutes and watch every move. I'm just gonna watch a few matches, just a couple of things, see if I can point out when some of these things are happening, or see if I can notice when some of these drive shits, right? These drive options, all these drive options that you got. We're just gonna start in the middle of some random video.
Wow, shut down. Still slugging it out here. Trips him up. Starts off zoning with fireballs. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best.
I wonder if that's the commentary that's in the game.
Anything could happen here.
Oh, we're missing the top half of this. Why are we missing the top half of this?
That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Hasanchu, threw him off with the overhead. Rattles them with a spinning bird. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump ins.
Yeah, it was weird.
KO. Player one on the board first with the win.
All right, I'm gonna take my glass. Oh, I can see right here. All right, I'm gonna try to notice some shit.
Who's going to start things off?
Okay. They got full drives.
That last round was all about close quarters combat.
Okay, why did that move take 2 of his drives? That kick he did. I'm trying to pay attention when the green meter goes down.
What'll happen here? You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump ins at this range. Their life is hanging by a thread.
Yeah, they did do a good job of making the flow of the commentary. Like, it doesn't sound like weird or like robotic.
Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely on. Oh, could be the start of something. Goes for it all, but just misses. The projectile connects, not giving the
So
opponent any
your drive gauge just continuously replenishes as the fight goes on. You don't really need to do anything for it. Yeah, by the way, this game comes out in 8 months, but like it has full fucking menus with color options, control types and shit.
Now that our fighters have chosen their characters,
Comes out in 2023, but motherfuckers are playing it yesterday. Playing that one to me, Capcom.
how's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Yeah, it all depends on whether you like this guy's commentary or not, right? Like, if he's your favorite commentary, the shit's OD. If he's your least favorite commentary, it's torture.
Starts off zoning with fireballs.
Okay, so look, he blocked something.
Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. Both fighters are
Damn, I'm you know what? I'm finally think I'm coming to the realization that no one is gonna know this game until they play it. I mean, that's true of every game, but I think even more so with this game. Like, there's so much happening with all of these drive things that as I see the drive meter go down, but I don't even know what drive they're using to spend it.
heading into the end game now. It's getting
It's probably going to be one of those games where once you get your hand on it,
to lean hard on
you'll probably really understand a lot more watching it. Because I'll be honest, I'm just seeing fools fight each other, and every so often a pip goes down. And I can't tell if it was a focus hit. I mean, no one's done an EX move. No one's done an alpha counter. There was an absorb there. There's a parry.
anything could happen here. Scrapping it out up close.
That's like a crumple one, right?
Dashes forward.
That's a failed parry. That's the crumple state. That's the weakest punish from it. Crumple back.
Have they noticed the drive gauge gap? Roughing up the body.
He said, do they notice the drive gauge gap? But they both had the same amount of drive gauge. There's already a fail.
Projectile. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Spreads it cleanly. Player 1.
Yeah, I have a feeling that this game is going to be... I have a feeling this game's going to require a little bit of hands-on before anybody's even decent at it. I think because, one, you're playing Street Fighter, right? Like, you're playing the rock, paper, scissors game. But then you're also playing this other rock, paper, scissors game with the drive. Right? So it's almost like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you're playing like the Fireball, Tatsu, Hadouken game, right? Rock, paper, scissors. but then you're also playing rock paper scissors with the focus and the crashes and stuff. So it's almost like I do see it already more layered than Street Fighter V in that there's 2 games of Street Fighter happening here. There's the game happening with the normals and the specials colliding, and then there's the game happening with the drives colliding. That already looks interesting. That already looks interesting. Definitely looks more involved than the previous Street Fighter entry.
Scrapping it out up close. That last round was all about close quarters combat. They really took it to each other. Hits them with this free flow.
Is this even high quality?
For the jump in.
Yeah, we're high quality. Guess it's the game.
Player 2 has the chance to win the round if they can
See the focus, focus. Parried. Okay, parried that. Punish, counter. Oh, it even said it.
The low heavy's blocked. Flawless round. They got him so
Is it me or was that the weakest version of Ryu's Super Fireball to ever exist?
they can build themselves a streak.
Like he absorbed the Hado and then tickled him. The Hado tickle. I think that's the next move. He said he wanted to learn something greater than the Hado. So maybe like the tickle is the next layer of offense. Because no one can block a tickle, bro. He just did the Hado and just tickled him real quick.
Next up, stage selection.
I don't think it's bad, but let's say I'm playing an hour online from Monday to Saturday after 2 months, and I played approximately 50 hours online, which is a long time to be hearing the same few commentary. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But see, like I said, Street Fighter 4 had in-game commentary, but it was a more of a palatable announcer, less intrusive, more background sound than an in-your-face, like play-by-play, what's happening at the moment sound, right? So I could see why. I mean, Street Fighter 4 makes a case for like, hey, maybe it won't be annoying. Maybe it'll actually grow on you where you're expecting to hear the commentary now, right? But it's I don't know what's I predict it's gonna get old. And I don't even mean I'm glad it's there and it's a dope feature, but I predict that it's gonna get old. I think the game's better for having it in it. And I think it does a good job of branding the game towards FGC and esports. Excellent. But how many times are we gonna? Let's see who's gonna make the first move. But see, but then again, it didn't Street Fighter 4 did that? Who's gonna make the first attack? Like it did the same thing, right?
What's the play here? Trips them up on dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range.
All right, I'm probably gonna watch maybe one more match. I'm not trying to make this. We went over the main point of the going over it was the first look, right? Of seeing like the moves, the games, the characters, the modes. But I ain't Maximilian, bro. I ain't gonna watch this shit for 2 hours, bros. We got a podcast to wrap up. We got a podcast to wrap up. Hard knockdown, and it says it. That's interesting. Yeah, it said perfect punish and it said hard knockdown. That's pretty cool. Dog, imagine Tickle would be mad powerful. If Tickle just made you not block for a second, that should be mad powerful. That is the next layer after the Hado. Okay, wait, I want to see everything it said, because did it say like ground bounce or something? Reversal, counter hit, punish counter, counter hit, reversal. See the right now see when they're far, it's your typical game of Street Fighter where the special moves and the normals and the spacing is fighting each other. But when they're close, it seems like to more when the drive starts to fight each other. Yeah, I think you're kind of playing 2 games of Street Fighter here, which is it's exciting. It's exciting to me. Because it leaves room for like big brain and mind fucks, you know? It leaves room for like the big brain plays and the mind fucks. All right, that's all we got. Okay, that's all we got. All right. Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. The commentary doesn't concern me too much. I'm glad it's there, but like you said, if you could turn it off, then it's almost like you can't knock it. You can have 0 knocks on it, because if you don't like it, turn it off. It's just as great. You know what I mean? So it's almost like, so even though I feel like I predict it's going to get annoying, it by no way, shape, or form diminishes my opinion of the game. You know? Because you can turn it off, it's all good. I guess we'll see how the commentary has after months. So the one I'm happy it's an option. Same here. I'm glad it's in there. One, for the FGC esports branding, and the two, it's just cool, right? Put Yipes in there. I'm sure if you're a fan of Jeremy Vicious Lopez and then you hear him in the game, that you're fucking psyched about it. You're fucking psyched about it. So that's dope, you know? You know what I mean? Yeah, Capcom already announced an optional. I'm sure they thought what I'm thinking, right? Or that they thought like, hey, what if they're not into esports? What if they just want to play Street Fighter at home and not have someone call it out, you know? What if they're old Street Fighter 2 players getting back into it and they just want to hear Hadoukens? You know? Very possible. Very possible. All right, guys, that's going to be the wrap up as far as the Street Fighter 6 breakdown. The biggest takeaways? Let's give the biggest takeaways. I would say the biggest takeaways I have for Street Fighter 6 is, one, it looks very promising. In many ways. One, it looks like that, first and foremost, that Capcom is putting their best foot forward. Something that they didn't do with Infinite or Street Fighter 5. They had very lackluster launches that got their steam after the game came out. It looks like with this one, they're trying to create their steam now, right? Get all of the modes, get all of the stuff that people will like, get a real polished looking product out, a very polished looking demo of the product out. So I'm very hopeful in that they're taking this shit serious, right? They're not just like, oh, Monster Hunter, and just come out with Marvel Infinite tomorrow. It's all good. Who cares? The Ghost Rider Super's not done. Whatever. What do you mean we don't have a training stage? Just have an inter draw it over lunch. Like, you know, it doesn't seem like that, right? It seems like they're very focused on making this a success, branding it, and putting their some looks like, I mean, they're paying commentators for their assets, like investing in it, right? So on that front, it looks very promising. It looks like Capcom's giving a shit, right? Like, because Capcom cannot give a shit sometimes. Two, the gameplay itself looks very paramount to what they're trying to show off, right? So even though the game has cool art style, cool graphics, the crux of this website that we've seen so far is trying to describe the play, the mechanics. So that is alluding to me that they're taking the gameplay pretty fucking serious. They're trying to make it like the highlight of the game is all of this gameplay options, right? All of this risk, reward, offense, defense, you know, like, so it looks promising in that regard, right? So because it looks promising in the gameplay and looks promising in their approach and putting the best foot forward, how Capcom's investing into the branding and into the marketing, it's looking very promising on like all fronts, right? So I'm hyped that, right? And then I'm also hyped that it looks fun. It looks engaging. It looks a little complex to understand just watching it, but that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I want to get in there and get my hands dirty. Yeah, I'm going to play it when it comes out. Are you kidding me? I was birthed in Street Fighter. I used to walk to the donut shop when I was 10 years old to do Eep Chan Lee. Like, I suck. If there's one game, if there's an IP that has literally existed throughout the course of my entire life. Imagine that you happen to be on Earth the entire lifespan of Street Fighter. What Street Fighter did not come out till after I was born, and the latest one is going to come out, and I'm still alive. How can I not be hyped, right? How can I not be hyped, right? It's like it's one of the few things that like literally has been with me my entire like teenage to adult life. That's like 30 fucking years, right? So I gotta play it at least. I gotta at least give it the old college try. You know what I mean? I'm as much as I am a Marvel fan, I got into Marvel because I was into Street Fighter. I got into Street Fighter, and then I got into X-Men Street Fighter. And, you know, the rest history. All right, guys. Yeah, it's one thing to see it, but I know what you say, Kim Key. I feel like I got to get my hands on it to understand it, right? And I think the success of this, obviously this game is going to be balanced, tweaked, test played to ad nauseum, right? But I think that's what this game needs. It seems like they have a solid foundation, but how fast things come out, how strong things are, how much priority does this have over that, how many frames of recovery, all of that is what's going to make this game succeed. And Capcom does their due diligence with that. They're going to tweak it. They're going to see what's broken. They're going to see that this is being abused. Hey, we thought parrying should cost this much. Maybe it should cost this much, right? Like things will get fucked around with, right? And that after that process is when I feel we're going to see the true success of this game, right? So I'm almost like willing to forgive the early versions if they look clunky or weird, because people got to find out. People got to find out. But the roadmap that they have laid out as far as the options seems fucking legit. You know what? That's my final verdict. Of course, we're not going to know until this game comes out, but on a scale of 1 to 10, I give this game so far a legit out of 10. I give this game a legit out of 10. That's my best word to describe what I am seeing on these trailers, on these websites. This looks legitimate. Legitimately, this looks like a legitimate entry, worthy entry in the Street Fighter series. That's my initial take. That's my initial take, is that it looks like a legitimate entry in the Street Fighter series. Well, we won't know till we get to it. Well, apparently we won't. I want to say we won't know till 2023, but apparently half the motherfuckers on this planet played it yesterday, right? So maybe I'll play it tomorrow. You know, who the fuck knows, right? Who cares about release dates? All right, I'm sure even before the game, they'll have some high-level players. Oh, yeah. They're going to... Yeah, and these are the guys that we're going to rely on, right? To, like, make the game dope, right? Because these are the These are the consultants that Capcom will rely on, and the feedback that Capcom will rely on to adjust said game, right? So we'll see. We'll see. All right, guys. Whew, that was a good one. That was a good one. That was quite the, I didn't think I'd dive into it so much, but I'm glad I did. And I really waited to the podcast to look into it. So I've been excited for a while to kind of see what it's all about. And now that I see it, it kind of looks legit, bro. Like, it's the best way I can say it. It kind of looks legit. It kind of looks legit. All right. You Marvel heads. You motherfuckers. Yeah, I didn't either. And it's not, I mean, yeah, this is a good one, right? I love it when the topic has a lot of meat and potatoes, and there was a lot of meat and potatoes in that topic. All right, guys, before we wrap it up, I cannot feel comfortable letting you guys leave without letting you know about the recent events that will be coming up in the very near future. The Battle Realm. We talked a lot about Street Fighter. You want to play some Street Fighter characters in a Marvel game? Check out Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. We do the exhibition series bi-weekly every other Friday. First to 10 sets. You lost to an opponent you feel like you shouldn't have lost to. You feel like you just want to do better in your tournament placement, so you want to get a little stream time, get a little pressure scenario, while also getting the chance to study your VODs, see what you're doing right, see what you're doing wrong. I'm telling you right now, I suck at Marvel. I suck at Marvel. The only reason I do somewhat decent is because I frequently put myself in scenarios that pressure me to be into the diamond that I am. I'm not a diamond. More like a, I can't even think of a joke. But what I'm saying is, if you want to get good, you ain't going to sit there and sit in the sidelines and get good. You ain't going to get good just entering tournaments and just calling it a day every week. Get in there, grind. The Battle Realm is the perfect dojo to do so. You want to fight somebody, you have no opponent? Don't worry. Holla at me or Jaco. We will find you an equally skilled opponent to fight. Jaco's really good at picking them fights. Coming up, be sure to check it out this Friday. Get in if you want to. The Battle Realm. All right, and of course, MVCI Oceania online ratio tournament. Somebody started it. Somebody done started it. Somebody created a ratio list for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite characters. They don't have a flyer yet, but I'm going to give you the Twitter. That way you can find the event, find all the, because they have a challenge page, got all the shit, right? But this is my man Julian FGC. This is like the pillar of the Marvel community out there in the New Zealand areas, right? The Oceania areas, right? Be sure to check him out. Julian at Julian FGC, but this the 24th, which is coming up very shortly. Let me see when that's going to be. That is going to be next week on Friday. They will have the MVCI Oceania Online Ratio Tournament #1. I'm curious what an MVCI Ratio Tournament looks like, because Iron Man's pretty good, right? Iron Man's pretty good. Iron Man's pretty shitty, right? So he can have a ratio. He can have a ratio. I think he'd be good on the list. Actually, my team is solid mid, so they can make most ratios, but Power Stone is what starts to cost. All right, MVCI Clash of the Stones. This is Untamed Gaming's own Marvel Infinite Bracket Double Elimination Tournament. We do this bad boy every other Saturday. Shout out to Jaco, man, for winning the last one. I am coming for you, Jaco. You will not win the next one. You will get second, though. Be sure to check it out. MVCI Clash of the Stones, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. That's right. We have Marvel every weekend. We have Battle Realm on Friday, and then the next week, COTS on Saturday, and then right back to the next week, Battle Realm on Friday. Next week, COTS on Saturday. We roto Marvel every weekend for you guys. We love some Marvel Infinite up in this piece. Be sure to check it out. Clash of the Stones. Get in where you fit, and we got Matcherino the whole 9. Check it out. Of course, shout outs to Wicked X Mage. He was in here earlier. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate when you guys swing by the podcast, even if just to say hi. He is going to have the Marvel vs. Capcom Super versus League event, but he ran into some stuff, so he had to postpone it. You can see it right here in front of me. Postponed until July. So there's no pending date yet, but my man will be back to throw some Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite bracket action. Shout outs to Wicked X Mage. We will see that shortly in the near future. Oh, man. Oh, man. Ooh-wee. The next event? Why don't I just show you the fucking video? Why don't I just show you the goddamn video, y'all? Let's go, baby. Ooh-wee, there you have it. Walk down the right back alley in Sin City, and you can find anything. Welcome to the famous Las Vegas. Marvel, the summit in Seattle has changed locations. We got us the biggest Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite tournament of the year. And guess what? It takes place offline. Leave your lag OSs at home, but bring your money match dollars. Summit in Vegas is going down. It's going to be the weekend of Evo. That's the 5th and the 6th. And my man got the invites out. I don't know if he sent them all out yet, but my man Summer has definitely sent out at least some of those invites. Let me give you guys some of the names on the roster. Let's build the hype, bro. Straight from the New Zealand realms. After his appearance at Combo Breaker, we have the one and only New Zealand FGC Taz. Official invite. I don't know if he sent him out, but I don't have all of them here. I was trying to get him from him, but he was at work, so I was only able to dig a couple. And of course, the Chun-Li with no relent. The one and only Stylo Ren. In the house. These are the invites, y'all. This is as if it can't get hype and loud enough. The one and only SoCal Marvel, Best Marvel, XC Coggins got an invite. Team Summer news, full effect. He was there for Seattle, and the invite is sent out for him to be back again in Vegas. Team Summer news is only Beto. Talk about the Island Man. Talk about Island Man. Here for his his Maverick Hunter gameplay and ridiculously good commentary, JB the Island Man. This is, oh my god, I can't fucking wait. I can't wait. This man hasn't made many tournament appearances, but what little we've seen of him has been mad vicious. He has definitely been training on Mount Olympus with the gods. NF ISM Vortex. I don't think he was at the last one. Multiple Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite tournament winner. And arguably the best Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite player of all time. Easily the best Winter Soldier. The one and only Johnny 8. Invited. Johnny 8 didn't make it to the last time. God damn it, Johnny, you better make it this time. Ooh, the original gamer, the loudmouth is back. You best believe I'm going to grab that mic for commentary, and I'm going to grab them sticks for money matches. The original gamer, War Destroyer, will be in the house. All right, that's all of them. That's all I got. There's more. But if I get any more flyers, I'm gonna drop them on the next podcast. You know, we'll keep it hype as we get closer and closer. But those are the invites that I found today. I am confirmed going. The other ones we'll see, but the invites are out. Expect the Marvel gods and all of your favorites to be there. Summer said that it's an invite only, but he is taking requests for people who want to come. He just doesn't want randos showing up at his door, right? So if you want to go, or if you know somebody who wants to go, urge them to reach out to Summer Soldier. Probably on Twitter is the best way. You know, if Summer wants people to go, right? He wants a full bracket, right? But obviously he doesn't know everybody in the scene, right? But he has some wiggle room. So if you guys are trying to get out there, or if you know someone who's getting out there, encourage them to reach out to Summer. See what's good, man. See what's good. You guys gonna have a last chance qualifier? Yeah, I'm gonna get, you know, as we get close to that weekend, all the details will surface out. You know, Marvel Monday is gonna have the latest news as far as the Marvel shit, right? As far as the Marvel shit. So be sure to check that out. Oh man, Summit 3. All right, of course you guys know. I gotta say it. They haven't supported or loved Marvel, but there will be a Marvel 3-side event. There will be Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Evo is also going down that same weekend. I might scoot out to Evo just for a day. When Jaco goes to Evo, I actually might go with him as a as a spectator. Maybe I'll buy a shirt or a water bottle. See the Marvel 2 peeps. Check out the games. If you love Evo, if you love fighting games, Evo's is a geek fest. Even if you don't play anything, just seeing the vendors and the I bring my fight stick and I get my shit. His shit, it's minutes, bro. His venue is 10 minutes from the strip. Less, actually. It's technically 7.5 minutes. It is easily drivable and easily taxi. If you do Uber, whatever the fuck, it's reasonable. Very reasonable. He lives about 8 minutes from the strip. About 8 miles from the strip. So I've been to his pad already. His pad's dope too. And I'm sure there's going to be plenty of people coming and going, right? So I'm not even worried about that. If that is any hang up that, I don't know if I'll be able to do both. I mean, if you have the time, it's not far. It's feasible if you have the time. You know what I mean? But it's 10 minutes. 10 minutes. If that's not knowing. Once you know the way, it's fucking 7 minutes, right? But I've done it before. Easy drive. It's you literally drive off the strip, turn down one street, you go down one street for about 5-6 minutes, and you're at his house. But yeah, that's dope. So Evo's going down that same weekend. Excited for that. I haven't been to an Evo since the last time they had offline Evo, which was before the pandemic. So I'm just excited to be around the old schoolers again. The Jaco Man Chronicles any given Wednesday. If you want to see, you want to test your metal on a Wednesday afternoon / evening, be sure to hit up the Jaco Mania Chronicles. That's every Wednesday night on PS4 and every other Wednesday on Steam. Shoutouts to the Jaco Man, aka Jaco Mania. Do you have the likes of what it takes to face Shang Tsung himself? Only you can find out any given Wednesday. And of course, the Gauntlet, the Big G. Hey, holler at him now. Start now. Bedtime. Holler at him now. Tell him like, hey, you know, I've been hearing this and that. Start a little rapport with him, you know, and then, you know, maybe after a couple weeks, drop the bomb. I'll vouch for you, bro. But I mean, like I'm saying, it's an invite only, but he said that he's willing to invite people as long as they're not randos. Like he said, if I know you from the stream, you've been in here and there, then he's not going to consider you a rando, you know? He just doesn't want like random ass people showing up his path that he's never heard of, never seen, nobody knows them, shit like that, you know? Shit like that, you know? It's at his home, you know what I mean? So he has to be somewhat protective, right? You guys know what it is, the Gauntlet, the Big G. This is every Thursday. Don is on vacation. That's why there was no MVCI is dead tonight, but he is back, and he did say that he will be back in action this Thursday. So be sure to check it out any given Thursday, the Gauntlet. And of course, last but not least, what happened to my PlayStation just went off. That's crazy. Last but not least, if you like what you see, I urge you. Matter of fact, I demand. There's demanding, which is you sort of have to do, but then there's demanding, which you cannot refuse. I demand you hit that follow button. I demand you hit that follow button. Follow what we do here. Follow your boy OG War Destroyer. And if you really like what you see, consider hitting that subscribe button. I have stepped up my emote game in the lately. There's definitely a plethora of emotes to enjoy if you subscribe to my page. My favorites are the Marvel Lives, right? The Marvel Lives is you get the cheese, the Marvel Lives, the Power Stone, and the rope, all off of the $5 sub, right? So if you guys sub, be sure to get those emotes. The cheese, I love spamming that when someone gets chipped out. Marvel Lives, I spam that in every Marvel chat, and I love that it's not specific to Marvel 2, 3, or Infinite. It's just generic Marvel Lives. And of course, the Power Surge, bro. That's my favorite one. That's just for when you get bopped. Just spam that when you get bopped by the power. What's going on, Mots? Did I miss the Battle Realm results from 2 weeks ago? Ugh. They're no better than the ones already. They're no better than the ones. All I'm going to say about that, Mots, is that Hollow Knight is a great game. It's a great game. That's my OS, and I'm sticking to it. By the way, is there no NBA dead because of the NBA Finals? No, I believe Don is on vacation. I believe Don said he was on. He told me he was on vacation, so he's probably caught up with the woman. He said that he's on vacation with the old battle axe. I haven't heard that term in like 20 years. I haven't heard the old battle axe. I haven't heard that term in fucking years. That's a good one. That's one of those classic. That's like it's a classic. It's a classic. All right, guys, that's it. That's our show for tonight. Mott's the whole ball and chain. Yeah, I mean, I've heard that one. That one I haven't heard often, but I've heard that one a few times in the last few years, right? The old battle axe I haven't heard forever, bro. The old battle axe. That's funny. Oh, Don's a real one. All right, I'm gonna cut off. I will stream. I'm probably gonna stream some Shovel Knight, some Hollow Knight. But I gotta eat. I didn't eat dinner. My wife made dinner, but I didn't eat yet because of the podcast. Mots, check out the VOD or the YouTube upload. Mots, I don't even know. I've been uploading these to YouTube now. So if you ever miss one, you can catch them now. On you know, easy. They don't disappear in a week off of the VOD. You know, they're archived. But this one, Mots, was actually really good because I just Street Fighter 6, bro. We just deep dived into this. We looked at the website, broke down all the mechanics. It was pretty fun. All right, guys. That's okay. I miss him on purpose. All right, without further ado, guys. It's been a fun one. However you want to do it, whether you're going to Vegas, whether you're playing in the Gauntlet, whether you're getting in the exhibitions, whether you're hitting up Jaco for the Battle Realm or for the Jaco Mania Chronicles, you can't just sit there and let the FGC and Marvel pass you by. You must jump in and get your feet wet. That's why I go over these events. That's why I go over these results, is so that you can participate and have all the fun that we're having out here. We are cordially inviting you to come on in and marvel on. Till next time, guys. Peace out.